In 100 feet, open the door.
Okay.
In 3 feet, turn and face the camera.
Hello, I am Bookface, and today we are talking about lost cities. Back in the days of explorers, people had no idea what was going on in the earth. People just putting islands here and making whole continents makes a lot of a mess when you're trying to decipher a map. Despite most of these cities being completely fake, it is still something that many people explore to find and hope may actually exist. So let's jump right in. First we have, do I even need to say it? Atlantis. Now, if you haven't heard of Atlantis, who even are you? Atlantis, city from Greece. And here are some of the more complicated details. Atlantis was actually created in writings by Plato. It was believed that Atlantis was actually a metaphor for hubris. Atlantis was sort of seen as a bit of a technological utopia, which is why most modern interpretations of Atlantis have it as some sort of futuristic alien world. It was also seen as a naval ally to Athens, which made it bad. It's believed that Atlantis actually tried to attack Athens, but failed. So clearly not that much of a naval power. You had one job, Atlantis. Through some means or another, probably hubris of some sort, Atlantis fell out of favor with the gods and was sunk by earthquakes and tsunamis and stuff like that. And Atlantis sank into the sea. Now, a lot of Atlantis interpretations talk about how Atlantis sunk, but it's still alive today. They're just fish people. But I'm pretty sure the ancient Greek original is just saying they did. Despite Atlantis being so well known, there were a lot of mistakes in details when writing about Atlantis. There was some kind of error in when Atlantis was supposedly around, that I believe was off by about 9,000 years. Another detail is that it was supposed to lie beyond the Pillars of Hercules. Now, what did Atlantis look like? Well, it was a big island, had a lot of mountains. Parts of the city were separated by big walls that had moats in them. The walls were made of red, white, and black stone, were covered in metals such as brass, tin, and a mythical metal called orichalcum. There are many things that are thought to have inspired Atlantis. One such thing is the eruption at Thera, which was a very, very big volcanic eruption that killed a lot of people. The eruption was massive and had a really high death count, which would make the Atlantis sinking thing fairly plausible. Another possible explanation is the Egyptian Sea Peoples, which were a group of conquering people who invaded Egypt for some time, and of course, they came from the sea. Another possible inspiration is the Trojan War. I believe that might just be the connection because they had to cross an ocean to get there. The opposing forces were an ocean apart, and there were boats involved. An accurate description of the Trojan War. Despite all these possible inspirations, a lot of people think Plato was actually drawing inspiration from nothing. They think he just flat out made it up. Now, where is Atlantis? People have different theories. Some people think it's in Antarctica. I believe that's because there aren't a lot of people in Antarctica, so if there was something hidden there, it'd probably be a while before we noticed. Until all the ice caps melt. Other people believe it's in Cuba, due to evidence of a sunken city in the area. Some believe it's in India, linking it to the mythical lost continent of Kumari Kandam. I understand how you could lose maybe an island, but a whole continent? And then, the last one, and my favorite,
the Bermuda Triangle.
Everybody knows that's where Atlantis is. Next, we have the lost city of El Dorado.
On the trail,
So El Dorado, aside from being an amazing movie, was also a lost city in South America. El Dorado simply means the golden in Spanish. Initially, El Dorado did not refer to the city, but the chief. He was also called El Hombre Dorado, which means the golden man, and El Rey Dorado, which means the golden king. However, over time, El Dorado stopped referring to a person, and then referred to a city, and then sort of referred to an empire. with a lot of gold. The city and its people were also sometimes called the Manoa, who believed El Dorado was located on Lake Parime. Now naturally, if you hear word of a city of gold, people are going to look for it. The conquistadors became very, very interested in finding El Dorado. Most of the searches for the city happened in the 16th and 17th century. As you can imagine, no city was found. I'm pretty sure it would be the largest tourist attraction in the world if it was. Next is a lost civilization from Africa called Zerzura. It was an oasis thought to lie somewhere along the Nile River. It was sometimes called the Oasis of Little Birds. That's adorable. It was believed to be a city in the Sahara filled with treasure, and it also had a sleeping king and queen. I'm guessing that means like Sleeping Beauty kind of sleep, not just taking a nap. The city was also thought to be guarded by large black giants. I like calling them large, and giants is a little redundant. The people of Zerzura had fair hair and blue eyes, and were very tall. And also, instead of scimitars, they had
straight-bladed swords.
There's a story of somebody getting lost and finding the oasis, being welcomed by these people. They were very friendly. However, he had to sneak away in the night. When asked why he had to sneak away if they were so nice, the people asking found out that he stole a golden ring. So they cut off his hands. It was thought that the Greek philosopher Herodotus might have written about this lost city
and called it the City of Dionysus.
As you can imagine, much like the other two lost cities, this oasis has not been found. So yeah, there are your 3 new travel destinations. Find me that, Trivago. I dare ya. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.